we got to talk about these wrongful convictions, and then we're going to spin over and talk about a lot of these people, these insurers are going without insurance homes now. But we're going to get over into the money for these wrongful convictions, because not only are convictions, evictions, not only are evictions up across the country, they're up everywhere. In Atlanta, Phoenix, LA, Chicago, New York, all across the country, evictions are up. Let me repeat this for the people in the back. All across the country, evictions are up. All right? If you can, stay down. If you can, stay down, stay home. It is nothing wrong with having a roommate. Don't worry about what the general public is telling you that you need to go and get your own place. I can't believe you living with your mama. Listen, stay down, stay focused, leverage that money in order to continue to save and stack up so that you can then purchase the thing that you want and don't have to worry about finance. And you ain't got to worry about, I need to hurry up and get my credit up and all of that. You ain't got to do that. Just focus on doing the right thing. Stay focused. Stay down for an extended period of time. Then you'll be able to fly like a bird. You can fly like an eagle. All right. But on top of that, there's some unscrupulous characters, some sketchy characters that's out here in these streets, and they taking advantage of the people that can't even afford to do it in the first place. Before we get into this story, let me tell y'all something. I personally believe that being poverty-stricken is demonic. Demons live in filth. Demons live in poverty. It is a sin almost to be poverty-stricken. That means that you're stricken with poverty. Translation, you can never get out of it no matter what you do because of the decisions that you decide to make and the choices and the things that you subject yourself to. The mindset, it's almost like being given over to a reprobate mind. Well, why is it poverty-stricken, Anton? Why is it a sin to be broke? Well, one of the reasons that it's a sin to be broke, and I'm not talking about being broke as though, I ain't got no money on me now, but being broke as though I have no prospects, I have no way to get myself out of it, I'm literally just drowning, I am now paying the price for the long-term decisions that I made for the rest of my life, all of that. And the reason why I believe that is because when you're under duress, you make the worst, and I mean the absolute worst decisions for yourself ever. It's the reason why it's so easy to get people to take bad deals. It's the reason why it's easy to get people to finance cars for 108 years at a 24% interest rate. It's the reason why payday loans exist in more poverty-stricken places for people that need, because they know that you're going to take these 300% interest loans that you have to pay back on your payday, and you couldn't afford to take the loans out in the first place. We always make the worst decision for ourselves when we under duress, and that's why I tell guys all the time, don't make an emotional decision when you're deciding to make a long-term play. You can go through something, you can have emotions, but don't let those emotions affect what you're going to do. Listen, poverty is the thing that got y'all crashing out and getting these long jail sentences because you're willing to risk it all. You'll risk your whole future for a couple dollars. People that have resources don't do that. They just, they could be bad people, but they're not going to make a bad decision under duress.
As rent spikes, so does the number of evictions. That is leaving thousands of local families in our region with devastating consequences. As families fear being homeless, experts argue apartment complex and their attorneys are putting big cash in their pockets. First Alert 4's Chief Investigator Lauren Traeger continues her investigation, which began last night at 10. Well, tonight, the crisis and those holding power over so many.
Shamika Jones can hardly keep up with her one-year-old, often gliding across the hardwood of their rental home in Bell Fountain Neighbors.
I lost my job on the 13th. I got carjacked on the 23rd.
The single mom to three fell on hard times, but she'd wanted to keep the roof over their head.
Whoa. I got a question before we start to really mine this out. The single mom of three looks like she got a relatively young newborn. Who is busting? Listen, investigators, reporters, I need to know who is busting these chicks down. Where the baby daddies at? Where they at though? Where's the baby daddies at? What do you mean you a single mom of 3? Where the daddies at? Where is the men that's in the household? You got a newborn practically out there going, mwah, mwah. Why y'all having kids and y'all can't even take care of the ones that y'all got? Before we get into the fact that she's being taken advantage of because she's out here as a single baby mama, where is the fathers at? Is all I'm trying to figure out. Why y'all picking these men to have children with and y'all not married? Y'all not ringed up? Y'all just out here just busting it down for a real one, letting these dudes skeet in y'all, and that's just the end of the conversation? Jesus. Are y'all praying for y'all minds? So now you lost your job and you got carjacked and you ain't got nothing. You ain't had no insurance to pay for your car. You lost your job. You ain't got no safety net, but y'all busting it down for a real one. I don't even know how y'all out here busting it down and y'all broke. How you bust it down broke? Y'all just giving it up? No prospects, no money, no nothing. Just throwing it back for a real one. Okay. You right, EJ Johnson. The culture stay culturing. We not gonna victim shame right here. We gonna address the issue. Wrongful convictions and bad lawyers. Let's stay focused. I just need the full context for what I'm looking at, okay?
You've been making payments that haven't shown up on the ledger.
Correct.
You've been attempting to pay rent.
Correct.
With a rental ledger that didn't reflect her partial payments over recent months, it appeared she was far behind on rent when she wasn't. The property management company and its attorney, Randall Ranker, filed an eviction lawsuit against her. Just 1 month later, she was in court without her own attorney. We watched off camera as Ranker called her into a side room.
He was just like, how much can you pay?
By the time she emerged, she had signed a consent judgment agreeing to pay $2,670, including $400 in attorney's fees and more in court costs, even though the property manager later acknowledged that initial number that sent her to eviction was wrong.
When you are... No, A.R. Smitty. She's not a victim of her decisions as far as having children out of wedlock. But she's a victim of being under duress. And when people, why do y'all think that all of these record artists sign so many bad deals, especially in their first deal? Because they poor. They just trying to do anything to get out the hood. You give them $10,000, they're going to think that they rich. They're going to go and buy a chain for $8,000. They're going to trick off $1,500 on that little hoe. And then they're going to give $500 to their mama. And then they're going to be broke again asking you for money. And they signed a bad record deal. So what she wound up signing is she signed something because she was in a situation that got pulled into a back room. You already stressed out. You about to get evicted. You got 3 kids and you'll sign anything. You'll do anything just to stay in the house. And so you're not even going to read it. You're not going to do the numbers. You're not going to add it back up. You're not going to figure it out. You already ain't got a job. You're just trying to make sure that you can stay in the house for one more day. And so you're going to sign something that agrees to give him $400 in additional attorney's fees. And you're going to agree to pay $2,600 and the number is wrong. When you are under duress, you make bad decisions every single time. Your survival, you're right, Kiro, survival mindset forces you to fight or flight, and you don't think clearly anymore. And so that's how they get you. This is why it's important for you to be focused. This is why it's important to be on your game. This is why it's important for you to have your finances in order. This is why it's important for you not to be living beyond your lifestyle, because then nobody can take advantage of you, or they're less likely to take advantage of you because they don't have control over you because you're in your right mind. You can't get me to sign something that I'm not interested in signing. You can't get me to do something that I'm not interested in doing. You will never get me to sign a deal that's not in my best interest because I'm not in duress. When I say, oh, okay, well, and they want to offer you a deal or they want to give you this deal or whatever, I'm not signing that. I'm already good. I don't need you. So now the leverage comes on me. Listen. Let's take this off of this. We're going to get back to this in a minute. But let's come all the way back to your regular everyday jobs. Right? A lot of y'all sit here and you complain about what you make. And largely, this is why I coach women a lot of times in corporate America, because I coach them and I teach them how to negotiate the best deal for themselves. It's not that the pay gap is so wide because you're a woman. The pay gap is wide because you're under duress and you operate and you think like a woman is supposed to think, which then puts you at a disadvantage in your ability to be able to negotiate a better salary, because in corporate America, you get what you negotiate, not what you think that you're worth. You get what you negotiate, not what you think that you're worth. So when you go into an interview, think about it like this. When you go into an interview and you don't have a job, so you're looking to get a job, you just happy to be there. Yes, boss, no boss. And I get it. I understand, because I was in the same situation. 2008, crisis happened. I was going to take anything. I almost was in that Wesley Berry flower bee suit, twirling the sign. Hey, come get some flowers in 2008, because I was going to do whatever it takes to feed my family. So you just happy to get an offer. Anything. I'll work 1,000 hours, right? And that's cool when you first get in there. But if you wait until get fired and every time that you go and find a job, you're under duress, you're never going to get paid the thing that you're supposed to get paid. Now, let's say, for example, you in a Patreon and you a bag chaser. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Now, let's say you a bag chaser and you taking my advice and I say, hey, guys, this is the threshold that you want to have at this job in order to get certain projects under your belt, be able to speak to certain things. You also have given them enough time in order to be able to promote you, but it doesn't prevent you from actually being able to market yourself and leverage the fact that you got more experience in order to leapfrog into the next position, right? So I give y'all the criteria. I tell you how to interview like a king. I also tell you how long you're supposed to stay at a specific job before you leapfrog into the next position, regardless of whether they give you a promotion or not, because they'll pay you more to leave versus paying you to stay, right? The next position is going to negotiate for you. So when you go into this next interview, you have a different mindset. You're approaching it differently because what? You're not under duress. So it's almost like you playing with house money. You loose. You having fun in the interview process. You confident. You speaking confidently to whoever it is that asks you a question, because you're not worried about whether or not you answering it right. You just speaking based off of what you know, because you know what you know. And now it becomes more of you interviewing them than them interviewing you, because they're trying to recruit you for the position versus you begging for a job. It's a different mindset. You're going to make different money. You're going to have a different negotiation process. You're not going to be in a rush to start too fast. You're going to make sure that things is taken care of and buttoned up. You're making sure that you don't leave on a bad note, and you maintain a great relationships. You then get a bigger offer. You're going to reject the first one. I teach y'all how to be able to negotiate your offers and stuff like that. You get equity that comes with whatever your position is. Your bonuses is bigger. Everything is bigger because you then are operating under the guise of confidence versus under the guise of duress. And they can see it. They can smell it. Women can smell it when a guy walks up to him and he desperate and he nervous. And they already know, oh, he thirsty. Thirsty Thursdays. It's Thirsty Thursdays. But when the dude ain't checking for you, and that's why we say that guys that say no get more, that applies to more than just relationships. It applies to life. It applies to corporate America. It applies to what it is that you got going on here. And so it's much easier for you to take advantage of somebody when they're under duress every single time. If I'm busy and I got a lot of contracts and I got a lot of work, and you come to me and you say, Anton, I want you to work for me and I want you to do this, I'm more than likely willing to tell you no, because you're going to have to make me an offer that I can't refuse, because I don't need you. I'm good. Women give a box to men that they're desperate to meet. You know why? Because they're operating with a duress mindset 100% of the time. 100% of the time. So she's going to sign something like this, and you are too. You do it every day. You finance cars that you're not supposed to have because you're just so excited and you're willing to make a split-second decision without going to sleep. And the dealership told you, hey, man, this car might not be here till. That's a sales tactic. Hey, man, I got somebody else that's looking at this car too. No, man, listen. That car been sitting there for the last month. It ain't going nowhere. So you going to sign the first thing? And it's, hey, man, we got this 23%. Okay. Yo, car payment's going to be $2,000. Okay. And so you willing to sign anything because you so excited, you letting your emotions control you when you're under duress versus making a smart decision when you're doing things the right way. And so it's easy for these people to manipulate you because he's not a lawyer. He's a salesman that has a lawyer's job. That's it. That's all they are, is they scamming you and they finessing you because they understand that you're under duress 100% of the time. It's the reason why they get you to sign these plea agreements without actually consulting a lawyer, because you're scared. And so you get in there and they read you your Miranda rights and they say, hey, listen, anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. You forgot all of that. And the only thing you're thinking of is, man, I ain't about to go to jail for you. And so you over there just talking, just squealing. Don't even know you're supposed to be sitting with a lawyer. Why? Because it's easier for them to control you when you're under duress and they got your emotions in a bond. Sit there, shut your mouth, and say, I need a lawyer. You don't have to say nothing. You don't have to say nothing. All you got to say is, I want a lawyer. That's it. That's it. But because you're scared and you don't have confidence, you're operating under duress, you're going to get the same results that you've been getting for a long time. That's why you need to make sure that you're never in a position to be taken advantage of, because you don't think clearly.
She says she felt pressured to sign.
And I didn't have no choice but to sign it, so I don't want to get put out.
I don't have no choice but to sign it, so I signed it. I don't want to get put out. I got 3 kids. Did you hear what she said? Honestly, I have not reviewed this. This is my first time seeing this. I didn't want to get put out, so I didn't even think about it. I just signed it because I got 3 kids I got to take care of. She looked tired. Her eyes is droopy. She got that ring in her nose. Her hair is herring. I didn't want to get put out, so I got 3 kids, so I'm going to just take advantage of it.
3 kids.
The attorney she faced, Randall Ranker, is being sued by another former tenant, claiming violations of state and federal laws over his attempted eviction. Ranker has denied the allegations.
I think it's awful. I think eviction should be a last resort.
Area experts like Robert Swearingen of Legal Services of Eastern Missouri say Shamika's situation and others is indicative of a much larger issue.
Look at all of the people. Look at the people. Check this out.
Shamika's situation and others.
White man at the bottom, duress. Black man at the top with the scully on, duress. Shamika, duress. Them two over there, all the way on the other side, duress. All of them are in the same position because they scared. Is
indicative of a much larger issue.
There are some landlords and some attorneys for those landlords that will file as soon as you're late. They might wait 10 days, and then they immediately file that rent and possession lawsuit.
And it's an issue he says we should all pay attention to.
It's extremely costly for all of us for people to be evicted. They end up costing social services, all kinds of other kinds of social problems that we all have to pick up the tab for.
The problem, experts say, is this. The Princeton Eviction Lab has been tracking data all around the country. And in St. Louis City and County alone, they say more than 15,600 tenants faced eviction last year.
15,000 people in STL, St. Louis, shawty. Last year alone, the number is going to skyrocket this year, I guarantee you.
In some months, filings trended much higher than pre-COVID averages, with evictions disproportionately impacting Black residents and women. Regionally, areas in the city and North County hit.
Black women. Guess what they are? I hate to say it to you, but I got to tell you the truth. You know what they are? Emotional. Broke. Yet they will sit here and spin this narrative to you and say, no, women exponentially are buying more homes than men. No, they're getting finessed. Will they also tell you that a lot of these women are getting finessed? They're getting through out of their homes, that they're also under duress when it comes to their student loan crisis, that they can't really afford the homes that they're purchasing, but they're only putting 3.5% down because they're getting finessed? They won't tell you that. You know why? Because they want to continue to sell you the dream. Black women are the ones that are getting destroyed the most statistically. This is not my opinion. This is the facts. These are facts. You are not safe out here on your own. You are meat to everybody, renters, migrants, every single person that you can think of. You are meat.
Hardest. There are fewer mom and pop landlords, experts say, with a shift to corporate property management that gives less grace to tenants when they fall a bit behind. And rent overall is going up to a typical $951 a month in the region, out of reach for so many with few options of places to move that charge less.
And they're desperate because they don't know where to go.
Did you hear what he just said? They're desperate. They're desperate. Look, I was at the gas station the other day. Some of y'all actually seen that vlog. I like the vlog. Sometimes I'm calling it Gas Station Chronicles. Whatever, right? I'm at the gas station the other day, and I see this bad little chick, bad little white chick, right? And I'm vlogging, but I just do it all in one take. So I'm sitting there vlogging and I'm talking. And I say it on camera. I say, yeah, man. Matter of fact, you know what? I say, yeah, man, this, that chick she out here in these streets, but I said, she out here in these streets, but, she looking good, but her car raggedy as hell. That Nissan Versa is beat. That Nissan Versa is beat, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking and I'm blogging. I'm telling you, she stopped immediately and wanted to talk and tell me where she worked and said, I need to stop by. And I said, okay, I'm going to stop by and come and see you. That car sounded like it was about to fall out of the bottom of the thing. I'm telling you, listen, y'all think that it's cool? Hold on one second. Hey, this is Anton. What's happening? Hey, baby. No, Thursday. Well, I'm supposed to get the keys on Thursday. I'm gonna have some stuff taken in on Thursday, and then I'll have some more stuff probably shipped in on Saturday or something like that. I don't know. No, valet. Probably two. Just give me two spots. What's the additional cost? Yeah, that's cool. You said what, baby? You like breaking up a little bit. I don't know why. Huh? No, 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 no. No pets. No, 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 no. Sometime probably between 11 and 1 or something like that. Yeah, probably. 11 a.m. is cool. All right. All right. That's cool. It was nice running into you today, love.
You are both great to meet you. I can't wait to be able to for you.
All right. Cool. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. But yeah, sorry about that. Taking care of business with regard to the new spot that I got up the street. I had to go and check it out today, and it was all beautiful. It's gorgeous. You guys are gonna absolutely love it. But she was under duress, man. She was absolutely positively under duress. And I was just like, yo, it must be really, 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 really bad out here in these streets, considering how under duress it seems like women really are. Like, when you see it in real life and the fact that they got to get multiple different jobs and they got to do all of this stuff in order to ensure that they're going to be okay and stuff, it hit different. It absolutely hit different. It doesn't make sense for y'all to want to be on your own in order to try to prove to us that you're going to be okay on your own when you shouldn't be in these spaces in the first place. Look, I mean, you don't believe me, but we'll pull it up. What's up, baby?
Hey, sorry to bother you again. I forgot to get the information for your card. I have make, models, years, and license plates.
All right, I'll get that to you. Can I call you back?
Sure can.
All right, baby.
Thanks, sir.
All right, bye. What's going on? Where was I at? Let me see. I don't know how far into this video it was, but that car was loud. It was raggedy as piss. Hey, she look good, but I'm not new to the people this. We've been rocking for a long time. Baby girl, she look good, but her car raggedy as hell. Jesus. Shout out to the Nissan Versa. I see you, baby. She turning slow, making sure that engine don't rattle out of that joint. I wasn't even thinking about her. Jesus Christ. She must be a server. Yeah, why you want to be in it? What's your name? What's your name? What do you do? You a hostess? Where you hosting? Do y'all hear this car? Honestly, do you hear the car? It sounds like the engine is about to fall out of it. Seriously, in real life. Which one? Oh, Fifth Tavern. Oh, the one on Telegraph. Are you really a hostess there? What's your name? What's your name? Daisy. I couldn't even hear what she was saying. I couldn't even hear what she was saying. I'm like, what's your name? What's your name? I don't know why y'all want to be out here in these streets, man. Listen, it ain't safe for y'all. It ain't safe for y'all. Listen, I know what she was looking at. Yeah, she was bad as hell. I know what she was looking at. I ain't crazy. I know what she seen a Porsche. She said, oh my God, I gotta come up. Ain't no way I'm gonna miss an opportunity to speak to this man. Ain't no way I'm gonna miss an opportunity to speak to this man. I said, I did my DJ Khaled. I said, are you smart? Oh, you loyal? Oh, you smart, huh? Oh, you smart, huh? Oh, you loyal. I got you. It's hard out here. It's hard. Listen, the price of the brick is down. The price of the brick is down. I mean, way down. Red team going down. Is way down. Think the brick is bricking? It's not. It's all bricked out. Let me get into the super chats. I'm sorry. I got a little distracted. I just Rita, get out of my live stream. Leave my live stream. Leave. Be gone. I got this thing with Rita. And when I do like this, I closed her words. She'll be talking junk. Take it off of her mouth, put her words on the ground, stomp on them. That means she can't talk for a little while.